I am the Count Strahd von Zarovich. I'm the lord of this land.
I thought Strahd was a woman.
Pretty good, I will say.
I do not deny it.
Welcome to Roll Q, where super nerds with questionable accents tell a great story. I'm your GMQ. We saved you a seat, so grab your dice and let's roll tonight. The journey to Yester Hill to confront the mysterious mage, the druids, and Winter Splinter. The party confronted Lorgoth the Devourer and the Gulthius staff. After breaking the staff, hundreds of blights fell to the ground under a scream heard a mile around. Lorgoth transformed into a shambling mound and shocked everyone by attacking Irina before he fell. Davian Mardukov asked you to travel to Yester Hill on the morrow to keep his people saved. Silith, after a wonderful night of meditation, you open your eyes, fully refreshed. You are not in your room. You are in the Cloakwood on the Sword Coast. You're sitting on a nice bed of leaves. You feel like this is a place you have actually been before. What do you make of that?
Well, since this is not the first time that I have been in a new forest in the last couple of days, or I guess this is kind of a familiar one, she looks around and she calls out, "All right, I'm getting really tired of surface humor. If this is a prank, I don't do pranks. Whose illusion is this?"
You hear nothing but the sound of the wood until there is the sound of soft and very slow and controlled movement in a clearing that looks to be fairly close behind you.
Is there anything I can duck behind or climb up to look at the clearing to get a better view?
You can make an athletics check to try to climb a tree.
Oh, wow. I'm terrible at those. Sure. 7.
7. You actually pull yourself up to the branch, and you pull yourself up again, but it's like the tree is growing. And no matter how many branches you climb, you look up and there's more tree.
Do I have any of my belongings on me?
You look down, your pack, all your things seem to be in order. Your clothing seems to be in order as well.
What can I hear?
Again, it's very quiet. And then that very soft, there's a crunch of leaves, then another, but something is trying to be very quiet.
If I peer down and wait, can I see anything if I'm hidden?
Make a perception check.
25.
25. You peek around and you can see the clearing, and your friends, well, your companions, are all asleep in the clearing. Their bedrolls are right. They are just where they should be. Sort of.
GM, what does sort of mean?
They're about the exact same distance from you as they were when you began meditating in the winery. So they are with you in the relative position they should be in. You are all apparently moved.
And they appear to be sleeping?
Yep.
And how far is where I'm hearing the movement of something trying to stay hidden in relation to them?
It's in the woods right around them.
Okay. She is going to slowly climb back down. When she gets to the base of the tree, which one of her companions is the closest to her?
Oksana.
So she goes over to Oksana, and the first thing I do is I put my hand over her mouth and grab her shoulder to try and wake her up so she doesn't scream if I startle her.
You put out your hands to do exactly that. But before you can lower them, out of the woods, slowly and controlled climbs a giant spider. All black, purple eyes, but almost red. And it moves very slowly, stops about 10 feet from Gummer on the far side, and regards you.
Have I seen a spider like this before? Is this similar to the ones I've seen?
Yes. This one, though, is larger than you have seen, and you have not seen a spider with eyes this particular color. The eyes of the spider match many of those you grew up with.
She removes her hand, picks a set of the spider eyes, a pair to look at. What message do you bring me?
Looks to your sleeping companions, back at you. You hear in your head, they breathe. Why Do you doubt your dark mother?
I would never doubt Loth. They breathe because it is not time for them to die, and I am alone up here. Their death would be meaningless.
It is time for them to die right now. Or do you doubt?
No, I haven't doubted for 5 years. How do I know you're not an imposter?
So you do doubt.
I do not doubt, but I do not blindly trust.
Starts to climb toward you, steps over Gummer, puts its face right over Oksana, very close to yours, and says, "Look in my eyes."
She does.
Am I lying?
Can I do an insight check?
Yes.
Oh, I rolled a nat 1. Never mind. I don't know anything.
The spider seems to be a fairly faithful representation. There isn't anything about the spider that stands out as being false.
Did Matron Mother send you?
I grow tired. I will do it myself. The Queen of Spiders will have her blood with or without you. Spider looks down, steps over, looks down at Irina, back up at you, and as it leans forward, its pinchers start to clack together. A wave of nausea passes over you. The world spins, and your gut is screaming at you, no, this is not right. Spider draws closer. It opens its jaws, and at that moment, the clouds move away, but not slowly, like a curtain. Hold off. And the moon is a harvest moon, bright, so close you can almost see it. And as it shines down on you, the nausea is gone. You feel strong and brave and right. The spider, on the other hand, recoils, starts to back slowly into the woods.
As the spider is recoiling, I am going to reach out my hand again. And what's happening to like my house symbol on my hand? Is anything responding?
It's gone.
Oh.
There is no house symbol on your hand at all.
Silver Dancer, why do you torment me? Why are you here?
As if answering, a breeze comes from the clear sky, caresses your skin, blows your eyes back. And as you look up, wary, you reach down and look down. You're touching your own knee. As you look back up, you are in the room at the winery. It is the exact time that it should be. Your meditation has been precise.
So she startles and reach for, I imagine, the closest weapon on her nightstand, because she stayed in the hotel bed, and is probably like her dagger. And she grabs it and she immediately goes downstairs to her companions. This would be the first time that they probably see her with her hair down, not in armor, like just kind of like in her basic, I don't know, drow pajamas. But her hair is very, very long, and since it's kept in 8 braids, it's very wavy. And at this time, she doesn't have any like drow makeup or anything on, and well, I won't describe what her face looks like unless someone wants to roll perception, but she does roll down to see her companions.
As you move out of the room and look down, you can see sort of down into the area that they are, and they're all there, asleep, just as they should be. There is, I'm not sure exactly where the light is coming from. There is a long shadow cast upon them, and the shadow seems to have spindly, crooked legs. But they do not move. It is just a shadow. And from behind, you hear, "You're up early."
Mariel, do you have to talk this loud? My ears are very long and I can hear you at a very quiet volume. And so when you project, it is a lot.
Oh. I will try to keep in mind your ear length when I am close to you. But, time to go. She scurries, almost runs around down the stairs. And Cormac, Dummer, and Oksana, as well as Arena, you each get to awaken to a face about 3 inches from yours, like a cat perching over you. Hey guys, ready? How'd you sleep? Time to go. I'm ready to go. You ready to go? Hope you don't mind I packed your stuff. We gotta get out of here. Let's move. I got snacks. Beginning of the road.
I'm going to go back upstairs and get dressed. And the silence.
Gummer releases a cloud of morning breath that would burn the inside of her nose, I hope.
Over you, her eyes do cross a little. Gummer's awake. Here, she'll hand you like a little, it looks like a cake that's got some honey on it. She's like, this will help. Okay. She stands up and she sort of goes over to where the exit is. She's already got her pack on, short swords at the ready, crossbow on the back, and she's just got to get there before dawn. Don't wait for no one.
Well, were we this specific with our plans last night? I can't seem to remember.
Yep.
Before dawn.
Well, at dawn, the thing happens. So we're going to get there before dawn to stop it before dawn, because the thing will happen if we don't get there before dawn. Dawn's at 5. It's like 3. Hour to get there, hour to fix it.
All right, Muriel, how much sleep did you get?
I don't really sleep.
I wish I could say that was a surprise. Did anybody check Lorgoth's body? Was there a body? Or was it just a whole bunch of verdant green?
It was verdant green, and it would be your expectation that upon dying, he would have turned back into his human self. He did not. There was merely a verdant green.
I think all that was left was for our groundskeeper to handle, perhaps.
Be good for the soil.
What else is good for the soil? Our feet on it.
Do we feel rested? Like, both narratively and mechanically? I mean, are we all right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know narratively. But mechanically, you are right as rain.
And that forces me to also ask about that max HP reduction. Does that reset?
Oh, you're
with this
good.
rest? Well, I will hurry as much as I am able, but I was only able to, in the cellar yesterday, prepare slightly different magics for the fight upstairs. So I would like to get things straight a bit for a few moments.
Define a few moments.
I think I can do it in as much time as the rest of them are eating and that sort of thing.
Can you do it and walk at the same time?
Come on, Muriel. Let's go. Oksana gets her stuff. We can walk and they can catch up.
I want you to be able to do... I want Cormac to be able to do his thing. I want him full strength and powerful,
Well, you're going to have to chill out.
I just...
Or however that's said.
I am totally chill.
I don't know. You need to walk it back, maybe a skosh. A bit.
Walk.
Okay, hop it back.
Do they have Scotias in Barovia?
I don't know. Just a skosh.
On our way there, I need to make a super quick detour. It's on the way. Barely slows us at all.
So this deadline that's so important that you had to wake us up, it's actually less important than what you have to do.
I seem to recall freezing my ass off while you talked to a little guy in a wall for 5 minutes. My detour is much shorter than up and down a mountain, and the weather is nicer.
Silith yells from her room, Mariel, there are no chocolates on my pillow. I had one request. One.
I can definitely write a strongly worded letter to management. I mean, if we live.
Yelp review. Or a comment. A comment in the YouTube, the sphere. Sorry. You were saying.
Besides, doubting Thomas Gummer.
Oh my god.
I don't get the reference.
No, you didn't have my third
Did you
grade
have
teacher.
a brother? Oh, okay.
Anyway, Yvonne might know something that can help us at the Hill. He's lived here a long time. I would think, to kind of look at Cormac, I would think as much information as possible might be fitting, don't you think?
Is she
Why
just...
didn't you lead with that? Why didn't you say we have a detour to make before? You said you did.
Oh, for God's sake.
Words matter,
Man.
and for as many as you use, they matter even more.
My goodness gracious, that actually doesn't even make any sense. The more words I use, the less accurate they need to be. Besides, we don't have time for antics. I'm up for some antics most of the time, but not now. Let's go. And she'll burst out the door.
Sylph does come back, but she does not look as put together. And she's in the process, like her hair is in like 8 individual braids and she is working on like pinning them up. Well, I suppose we should just get this over with, and if we're lucky, maybe she'll lose her tongue while we're walking. I didn't say die this time. I'm improving. Never
Yes,
mind.
Permanently maimed.
It's
Baby
not
steps.
the violence or ill will of it. It's just if we get lucky, it's sort of an understatement for a person's tongue randomly being removed as we simply take a walk.
Okay. Yes, Cormac. Yes.
All right. He's shuffling things together.
Did all of you, I don't have to do this, sleep? Did all of you sleep well?
Before we were awoken, sure.
Anyone, do you dream?
Yeah.
Anyone?
I'm not sure I had time.
All right. Well, I attempted small talk.
Oh, I love you.
Which is
Why are you
out
asking?
of character for you.
I want to know, do you dream is question?
Sometimes. I was attempting to ask a question to show interest in your well-being. And
Then
it was
why-
difficult.
Well, why didn't you ask about my hair then? Why about dreams? This is quite random.
Oh. How are you wearing your hair today?
This, we will work on it. We will work on it. This is how I will wear it. We will talk later. And Oksana,
Okay.
I just get up and walk toward the front door or the front area.
As you're about to reach the door, you hear from far away, "If Winter Splinter kills me, I will haunt you, and you think I talk a lot now?"
We better get going, guys.
I am going to teach her Drow sign language in an attempt to silence her. It is a good skill set. Muriel,
What?
while we talk, watch my hands. I'm going to show you some things. But you have to be very quiet so you can
You'll
focus.
have to get a little closer.
All right.
You feel like
I'm
she's like
walking.
500 yards away. She's really far away. You walk out. About 5 minutes after you leave the winery, you are on the road, headed southwest. It's a cold, misty morning. So you look up towards the moon. Silith, you haven't been here long enough. The other 3 of you, go ahead and make a nature check for me.
9.
13.
11.
Gummer, your thoughts are still imagining a spirit Muriel with you all the time.
Oh no, he's imagining trying to find a way to learn the silence spell just to be able to walk quietly.
As runes you may have read once go through your head. Oksana and Cormac, you both look up and the moon is waning. It's much more waned than it should be, given when the last full moon was. It's about twice as waned as it should be. If it continues to wane and then wax at this pace, the next full moon will be not 20 or 30 days from now. It'll be 10 days from now.
Does anyone else notice the moon? I feel we've seen it seldom enough with the mist in this place that I can't be sure, but it doesn't seem right. It seems quite advanced in its phase.
It's quite large.
I think it's quite small.
Right, it's quite small. That was
Seems to have waned, which is the getting smaller version.
Oh, you guys. I mixed that up.
What are you saying now? If the moon is 6 to 7 waned?
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that was.
It's moving 6 to 7 times faster.
I was. It's rather whatever. It is really small. Very small. It's incredibly small.
Oh.
You know about these things, Cormac.
We heard reference. I'm sorry, Joe. I don't mean to step on
was-
you.
No, please.
We heard a description last night of the moon having been quite bright, at least as far as Silith was concerned. Would all of us have noticed that in the roofless room?
I don't
I mean,
think
it certainly
any
wasn't,
of-
pride of place in our minds, but
I don't think that any of the three of you could have failed to notice that before Silith's arrival, the moon was very rare. And a couple of days before Silith arrived, the moon seemed to arrive. Oksana at least saw it. And since Silith has arrived, you've gotten a reasonably good glimpse of the moon at some point every night. The clouds are still there. Maybe it's just a weather pattern.
Silith,
Hmm.
are you still with us, or did you go with what's her face?
How far are we apart? Like, or is this Muriel like...
Muriel would have wanted to stay together, so he very emphatically would have stopped and been really grumpy about people not moving faster. But you're all together now, relatively.
Well, it's fine.
She's finishing showing the sign for moon to Muriel in hopes that she will use one less spoken word. Yes, Oksana.
Well, I was going to see if you noticed the moon. We were just discussing how small it is.
Oh,
It is supposed to be
that is
bigger.
interesting.
Do you see? I've noticed. Cormac, have you noticed the moon different since we met Silith?
Well, perhaps it's just that I've noticed it at all. I mean, I've been trying to just now sort of try to compare back against, but I have nothing. I couldn't say with any certainty whether the phases of the moon have been the same here as in our homeland, because it was so often obscured.
But you notice like everything. You're a scientific man, right? Half Goliath man.
You might recall for some substantial portion of Silith's time with us,
Oh shit!
I was
yeah,
not
you
part
were.
of us.
Yes, so sorry. Right. Well, it was a very short time for you. Sorry about that.
has it really been like a day and a half?
I'd say it's been about 36 hours since Cormac stepped out of the mist.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I forgot. Wow.
I mean, she was with us before that a
Actually?
little while, but
No, it
No,
was
but
like
that's what I'm
20
saying.
hours.
It was, yeah,
Yeah, I feel like I'm wrong. It's not 36 hours. It's like 18.
No.
24 hours
Like that
ago,
was just yesterday.
we were getting to Valaki to fall asleep.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't know what this means for us, but sorry, I forgot about Mist. It was trauma. I put it out of my mind. So nobody knows anything
of
about the
course,
moon.
I know it exists.
We try
I
not to
know that
pay...
it's. Please.
Oh, We try not to pay too much attention to it. It's somewhat sacrilegious.
How often do you see it at all from the Underdark?
Never. The only times I would see it is, well, we would have surface raids, or when we needed to gather more information on certain things.
How much time all told have you spent on the surface?
Consistently, or throughout my entire lifespan?
Well,
I've been on the surface now for, this will be my 5th year.
Oh my.
5 years since I've been home.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That was not my impression at all. So you have some length of time yourself seeing the moon then?
Yes, and I've tried to avoid it. It's associated with lost daughter who betrayed us. I feel if I talk more of it, my goddess will be angry.
As the trees come back over you and you are deep within the wood, you notice that ahead of you are a flock of ravens in a tree. You look up and there's more flying over you. And then there's another and another. There are multiple flocks of ravens that seem to be walking you to your destination. Muriel will say, "They heard what happened. They want to help and keep watch for us. You guys are famous now."
Do you know all of them by name?
Oh no, not all of them. A lot of the ones I did know by name we lost last night, but anyway. You know, I used to walk this path with a friend. Not that long ago. Strange how things can get so bad so fast. Even here where you halfway expect bad. It seems like you'd expect it and it would hurt less. I think it hurts more. You have the tiniest light inside you, and when that gets extinguished, it hurts. It just continues on.
Gummer takes the now real pocket rock out of his pocket and puts it back around his neck.
As you do, you hear it very faintly, almost like sort of like it's warming up, but it is singing, and it sounds like maybe you're back. Maybe it's back doing what it ought to, doing what it normally does. It's a pleasant sound. You've walked for about 15 minutes through the damp cold, and the wind kind of alternates. It's soft 1 second, crisp the next. The leaves are rustling. And it's about then that Muriel turns and starts to head east. This very narrow footpath taking you deep into the thick of the woods. A few moments later, it opens into a small, mossy clearing. At the center of the clearing, you see a cairn made of a mound of large black stones. The stones have runes carved into them, and they're obviously piled a specific way. In front of the cairn is a sort of tarnished-looking metal basin. Muriel will kneel down in front of the basin, kind of close her eyes. She reaches and pulls out a short sword and kind of puts her hand up here over the basin. Not a deep cut, just enough. She'll squeeze her hand and a couple of drops come into the basin. As before anything stirs you, she looks at her hand and then she starts to hide it, and then she realizes you already know. And then she kind of proudly shows it as it stitches itself up. The blood soaks into the metal, which should not happen. And the mist around the cairn starts to swirl gently. And out of that mist, this spectral form of a man steps out. Very lined face, thick eyebrows above what you think were dark, piercing eyes. It's a thick mustache that droops kind of all the way down past his chin. Scars, tattoos up and down his arms. He has a mohawk atop his head, and in the back, long hair hanging past his shoulders. He holds in his hand a very wicked-looking spear, and he will say, "Greetings, Muriel Vinshaw. I see you have brought new companions this time." She'll kind of smile, say, "Havan, the Cormac, Gummer, Irina, Oksana, Silith, heroes, you guys really need a name. Heroes meet Havan. Hail, warriors. You have the air of mighty victory about you. What clans do you all hail from?"
The Adbar.
Adbar.
I am of House Vandry and Menzo Baranzan.
House Vandry. Irina will say, "The Kolyanovich
Kolyanovich, this sounds more like our tongue. Do you hail from old Zarovia?
No, we call it Barovia now.
Yes, right. Of course, hard to remember.
Sort of raises those thick eyebrows at both you and Cormac and Oksana.
I assume it will be of little consequence to you. My father's surname was Willafen, but I have some heritage I don't know much about within Goliath tribes. They might have clans of a sort.
Goliath tribes.
As far as I know.
Stares at you, Oksana.
What is your clan, my dear?
Clan? What is this meaning? I've not heard this before.
Well, what is your family name? What is your family?
This is my family. We're in clan together, see? We're best friends, some of us.
The clan we choose oft times befits us more than the clan to which we are born.
Muriel will say, we came to see if you know anything about Yester Hill. We gotta take on those druids. We need all the help we can get. Everyone make a perception check.
23.
12.
10.
Gummer, behind you there's a fairly clear rustle of leaves. You sort of look and the ravens in the tree in that area, they're shifting and cawing a bit. Kavan's voice will boom out.
Old Muriel Vinshaw, we are not alone.
Gummer, as you continue to look, you see a shadow of the humanoid shape. The moment you see it, there's a slight flicker and it completely disappears.
Muriel Vinshaw, what were you saying?
We were talking about the Yester Hill. Maybe you know something?
Oh, yes. The forest folk have been massing at the hill. Not just them, but the barbarians in the northern basin. Untold number of blights. They seem to have a new leader, a dark-skinned woman clad in white. She has piercing eyes and piercing fangs. I have seen and heard strange sounds by the hill. The woman is a mage of some kind for certain.
Muriel will kind of look at you and he's here.
What is this
You think will help us?
girl's name? What is her name?
I do not know her name. I am bound to this cairn. I cannot travel. I hear only what comes on the wind and what deigns to pass by me.
What does this mean?
Then what passed by that told you these things?
The forest folk do not hide their movement. They are loud. The blights do not follow the road. They have passed right by my home many times. The mage, if you see her, you will understand.
Like if we had names and you just would pick one, would you even know maybe? Or is this just like, no, I don't know anything at all other than what I say? Just double checking.
I am hearing you say you would like me to make up a name. Is that right?
No, you are reflecting the statement wrong. This is work on counseling skills.
Well, then I do not understand the assignment.
Do you know the name Winter Splinter? Or was the wind busy that day?
I think it is why they are massing. Well, the eternal storm over Yester Hill, it never passes, but I believe something is harnessing the power of that storm. On the dark nights you can see the gleam, green, and the thunder and lightning on the hill have been much louder.
And you're quite sure this information is current and not from perhaps a time when the land had a different name altogether?
What are the chances that the exact same thing has happened now as before? And what odds would there be that you would be here standing before me for the first time asking about it? But no, I am not sure.
Well, to the extent I would trust it, it is because it fits with other things we've heard, but in that case, we have already heard them.
So you are no friend to these forest.
No, I am not. Though I cannot blame them. It has become a very complex relationship I have with the people that I once led. The Samzaget, forest folk, we called them the Samzaget when they were under me. They have an enchanted gemstone that once belonged to my people. It was a thing I thought long lost. They are using it.
His eyes start to roll back in his head and he'll say,
They are using it as the heart of a statue, an enormous effigy. Built within their stone circle, a statue carved out of the bloodthirsty roots of the Goldius tree atop the hill. I've not done that in some time. You bring change.
We hope. You said it's an effigy of what?
'Tis a man, carving of a man. His face is sharp, cold. The legend says the Golthius tree was a mighty vampire who was slain. As he bled into the ground, the power his blood created in the roots fed off their blood, and the roots sprouted and grew into the dark and corrupted tree. I do not know if the tree on the hill is the original or a cutting. Druids are both master and accomplice to this tree. They feed one another. If they are using the tree for something else, it will be because the evil it has created will have grown with time. It appears change comes whether you bring it or no. I can say.
You led the people who became the forest.
I did. Among others.
You seem to be of two very different minds on this.
I've had a very long time to come to terms with my failure. I've failed my people in life. In death, I wish to atone for my mistakes. It is for this that I help those who battle evil, a battle which I myself lost. When I died, my people were split apart. Those that still had goodness in their hearts went to the mountains. Here they are called the mountain folk. Those who sought the power had the power from the woods. They took advantage of the strength of this land that was so easily corrupted. But again, one could say that that is my fault. I can do nothing now but to try to balance the scales.
Is there anything you can offer of practical value? Potions, poultices?
Nothing so practical. I would say these druids have not the power of their forebears to harness anything. Those of my time could harness the power of the storm of Yester Hill without any jewel to focus. It is likely that you need only disrupt the ritual. You need not slay all of them. If the ritual is disrupted, it is very possible there will be a backlash of energy that they cannot control. A backlash of energy that will destroy not only the druids, but the effigy as well.
And how do we disrupt it? Do we just show up and shout no?
I think perhaps you'll need to do more than that. But as I said, you have the air of mighty warriors. If there is one thing I know, it is war. You will know what to do. There will be druids, there will be chanting. Stop them. Their leader is one of my blood. He is called Svarog. He wields a wand of petrified wood. This wand was once held by the spiritual leaders of my clan. If you disrupt the ritual, the wand will leave him. I would like to reclaim it. I cannot wield it or hold it any more than I could hold any of these stones, but if you bury this wand with me, I will tell you where to find a powerful weapon, one that may aid you in your future battles. I would tell you where it is now, but you cannot get to it in time, holding out on you or anything like that.
Muriel will kind of say, so yeah, that's Kavan. There's nothing else. Maybe we should get moving.
Silith ignores this social cue and says, Kavan, do you like lingering here?
In all the eons I have been here, it has never occurred to me to think whether or not I liked it. I did not see myself deserving of liking or unliking anything. I will admit I do like visitors. Muriel, I would say she brings life to me. It's not strictly true, but she does have an energy and a spark. Why do you ask?
Where I'm from, death is the ultimate weakness. But this transition that you're in, you don't seem... Well, you're not alive, and your body is gone, but you're not... Well, I don't know if I've ever met someone like you before.
This does not feel like a transition. This feels unfortunately like a destination. Blood I spilled, become part of this land. It has taken me, gave the land all how I had. It said it would give me power back, and it did, until it did not. Now I have only shadows, and those that move simply taunt me. I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
Well, if you're happy, I suppose, in whatever this state you're in, and so be it. And almost as if she doesn't want to ask, but she does anyway. The moon here is strange. Has it always been like this?
No, I would not say this is the first time. We have seen the moon more often. Last time I remember it was very near to the time that I was slain. I thought sometimes that the moon was the harbinger of my death, but it is just the moon. Something that killed me but myself.
I want to make it go away.
The moon? Sorry.
Yes, the moon.
Why?
I don't like it.
I have not the wisdom that you seek. Cannot even leave this pile of rocks. I cannot tell you how to bring down the moon.
She looks over to Muriel. What is Muriel doing?
Muriel's kind of walked back toward the path. She's kind of got her short sword back on, and she's looking like she wants to go. Make an insight check.
Can I? Sorry. Go ahead.
11.
11. I mean, she obviously wants to go, but she's not saying anything, and she doesn't have that frantic energy. It's more like, you got to do this. Oksana, were you going to say something?
Oh.
No, go ahead. Continue. I will say something, but I don't.
Silith just walks away from the conversation. It's not really rude. It's just like the conversation seems done, and she just goes over to stand by Muriel.
Does he seem like he's withholding information?
Make an insight check.
Should I be more specific on that, I guess? Ooh, I don't know.
You don't have to. You can.
It's a 4.
It's a 4. You haven't spoken to a lot of bound spirits. He may not be withholding anything. He may just not even know what he's supposed to tell you.
Spoken to a lot in the last few days, though.
Is Muriel like normally like this around you? Like this?
No.
Oh, okay. I just thought maybe you were like tranquilizer for her or something. Like, she's very up here.
Yes.
But only today she is not. Ish.
Yes.
Good talk. Turns around and starts walking off.
Nice meeting you. I'm sure we'll be back.
I will look forward to it. Bring some good.
Try our best.
Goodbye, Muriel.
As he says that, he sort of starts to become translucent and then sort of fades and is gone. Now it is just the stones.
Can I just make a note? I was having a really hard time placing your accent and like character.
Me too.
And then I realized it's that big dude from Labyrinth. Do you know who I'm talking about? Like the big hairy dude? What's his name?
I do not know, so it must be subconscious.
Oh my gosh, if you guys don't know, I can't play anymore.
I have trouble placing my accent too.
I've never seen it. It was a whole conflict with my high school girlfriend. So.
Oh, my bad. Trigger.
It's been a long time since I've seen.
It's like not Urdu because that's a language, but
that'd be a language.
It's like I don't know. It was really good. It's an excellent portrayal. Sorry, I didn't mean to crash the vibe.
So glad.
As he fades, Gummer, he probably won't be able to, but he would like to look at the runes that are carved into the stone, and he would like to look at the stone itself. He said that it was black. Does that sound unusual?
The black stones. Make a nature check. You don't need to make a check for the runes. You can read them.
18.
18. There are mountains around you, and shares some. It almost seems like granite, except for the color. Could be a stone that is mined from the mountains somewhere close. Oh, they would definitely have to have been carried here. It's a very old dialect of Druidic. It would be somewhat akin to, us reading from a book written by a monk in the year 800 in a language we speak, but there's so much that's hard. But it seems to say, Havan, the blood drinker, forsaken of the Rosanna, first and last chieftain of the Balanok Mountains, may his spirit reap the harvest of his arrogance. It's not dawn yet. Might be a tiny bit of color in the night from what counts for the sun here, just beginning to think about rising. And it's less than a half an hour later, and you feel as though the hill must be close. The smell hits you first. It's the acrid smell of sulfur and burning. Behind you, before you can turn, you hear, "Good evening," or perhaps "good morning." You turn to see a horse, similar to Rahadan's, all black with fire surrounding its mane, its tail, and its hooves. Its saddlebags bulge overfull, and atop the horse, dressed in immaculate dark plate armor with a fur cloak behind, the pale face of Strahd von Zarovich smiles down at you.
Not this red bastard.
That's where we'll take our break.
No!
The horse is about 30 feet tall. Then you realize it's not at all. It's that he's standing 15 feet off the ground. It snorts and tosses its fiery mane, and its hooves paw against the air. The horse canters just fast enough to block the path ahead of you as he lowers to the ground. He'll kind of lean over the saddle and he'll say, "I am pleased to see you again. It feels like it has been so very long. Lady Koliana, a pleasure as always." Ooh, a new friend, I see. It's been a very long time since I last glimpsed a deep elf in my lands. You're most welcome. I hope the climate has been agreeable.
What does this word mean, friend? I do not know it.
The last dark elf had just the same sense of humor as you. Looks at Muriel now. And you are new as well, but you seem so familiar to me. Have we met before? No, absolutely not. I totally remember. Strange to see you here on the road to Yester Hill at this most sinister time of night. I confess that I most enjoy the hours before the dawn, but I did not expect to find kindred spirits on this lonely road.
Not very lonely if you find yourself out here, I guess.
Oh, so practical. Road was lonely until I had the pleasure of your company.
I want to say but Oksana, upon seeing him, immediately tries to be super discreet, and gets that scarf to put around her neck.
Okay.
Silith,
You have... Go ahead, please.
who is not discreet, looks over to Oksana. Who is this man? He talks more than our wizard.
I haven't said anything for the record.
I know, you're doing great.
This is, and she kind of bows, the high priest, Count blah from the High Raven place in the esteemed sky, von Stradovich.
I think I'll take it from here. I am the Count Strahd von Zarovich. I am the lord of this land of Barovia. And you're most welcome, my lady.
Oh, I thought it would be... I thought Strahd was a woman. Right.
Well, I've not been an actual man for over 1,000 years. I suppose I'm still a man, but I don't often think of it. And I welcome brides of both genders. I always have. You all have been very, very busy little bees since last I saw you. You brought light to the shadowed town of Velaki, and you've already begun to cure the wounded land. It's as though you bring sunshine and daisies wherever you go.
Gummer, you like the earth with the daisies and the sunlight?
I do. I care for the land greatly.
Tell us more.
It is beautiful here, is it not?
Read my mind.
It is moments like this that I wish I could smell aught but blood. I seem to have a one-track mind, at least as olfactory senses go. Why are you here?
Why are you here?
You always answer a question with a question.
Do I? I'm not sure, do I?
You do? Oh, I cheated. You can't just put a question mark on a statement. It's not fair. Not at all.
Your
Well, I'm
sense of humor is pretty good, I will say.
I've had years of cultivation and not a lot of people to practice on. You would not believe the sour and dour faces I see around me in this land.
Well, speaking of cultivation and sour, we have been contracted by the Wizard of Wines. They seem to be having a little tiff with the folks down at Yester Hill. We're trying to see if we can put it to right.
What precisely would rights mean to you, Master Dwarf?
Making sure that the folks at the winery are protected from further invasions.
If only they weren't such busybodies. The wine is very helpful. It keeps the people docile. Moments where they might, I don't know, follow a stupid boy into rebellion, they spend in their cups instead. I can't drink wine, of course, anymore, although it's very nice to have something the perfect color to blend in. Anyway, it's just that they're so busy all the time. But I see we are here on common purpose. We are here to see the triumph of the Druids of Yester Hill, the birth of the Winter Splinter. Although, as you say, I imagine you're here to stop that triumph rather than revel in it.
You presume correctly, your countship.
Oh, listen, I don't wish to hold you up, but he'll turn the horse. We will, share the road. Good company is welcome on this darkest of paths. Shall we go? He sort of turns his horse, and the horse floats. It's about 10 feet off the ground, and he'll sort of look down at you.
What is the name of your horse?
Oh, yes. Bocephalus is his name. In life, he was called the Wonder Horse. He is a different sort of wonder now, of course, but I could not bear to be without him. Bocephalus carried me through many battles, before and after.
After what?
Bocephalus.
Well, after my change, of course. I went through the change. Bocephalus was my horse before in life, and as I went through the changes I said, and he doesn't. You do mind?
Did you kill him?
Kill? I mean, to call this dead? You might. They say he is, I like to call him a nightmare. Sort of a double pun, if you will. So, shall we go? Horse will move a little bit forward and then he'll sort of turn back.
Certainly.
Would you not prefer us to stay behind if we're at cross purposes?
Well, you could certainly think that.
I confess it has been generally quite difficult to work out what things happening in this land are those you would oppose and those you would support.
I am fickle. I do not deny it. But you ask a sort of interesting question. I do so love these sort of quandaries. It's very rare that people just sort of speak truth to power. Not too much truth. I have my limits. But for the sake of argument and making conversation, let me play my own advocate. Why should I let you meddle in the affairs of my servants on the hill? They do work so hard to please me. You certainly don't. Not yet. So, I could, as you say, put a stop to it right now.
You
think of a good reason that I should let you go? Yes.
You said they work hard. Work requires effort. It requires overcoming challenges. If their path before them was too easy, perhaps they might not relish the victory in the way that you hope.
Power to the workers. I mean, I suppose there certainly is something to it being all too easy. I also like that it's a bit of a gamble, you see. As I allow you to live, you become more powerful. As you become more powerful, you become more of a threat to all of us. Maybe even me. So it is, you have to choose the precise moment. The precise moment in which to snuff you out, where I am not at risk. I don't think that moment has arrived yet.
I don't suppose you'd be willing to share with us what this winter splinter does that is to your liking.
Honestly, I'm not quite sure what it does yet. I think it's an effigy of me, of course. I think the idea is that they will use the gem to harness the power of the storm, and they'll use that power to animate this large effigy, and he'll stomp through the woods, and he'll rip apart the winery, and he'll go from house to house and town to town, wreaking havoc. That's the idea. Something like that.
And of course you would put some stop to it before it robbed you of all subjects, I imagine.
I mean, yes. It sounds awfully boring to stomp through the woods, ripping things apart. My favorite thing about all of you is that you're not boring. He'll look at you, Oksana.
I know.
That do you, my lady. You are much changed since last I saw you.
I have learned lots of things about your land, and I am very interested to hear you speak more as we are walking.
You have learned a lot about my kind as well.
What do you mean?
Olenta told me about you. Honestly, she was somewhat disappointed. As with all of my brides, Valenta endeavors to please me. I'm the first to admit that my favor can be fickle, but I could certainly not reward her. Well,
I would have very much liked those old bones of that silly saint. I would have liked the church to be open. Blackie does work hard to please me. And always has behind the scenes, even when Baron Velakovich... I'm so ashamed that I know his name. Anyway, now...
What?
The Wachter family is in charge, and much to the good. I know that you and I see eye to eye on this point, as you were instrumental in installing them in power.
She's bowing to you. Where's Valenta now?
She's been on punishment.
As she should be.
Grounded in the castle.
Where in the castle?
Oh, when I look at you, it's like I see a piece of her.
I don't know what to make of that. Let us put pin
Sure
in
you
this.
do. I saw you before talking to the spirit. Muriel was sort of... Looks like she wants to get even a little bit smaller than she already is.
Is she within arm's length?
Of you?
Yeah.
Sure.
He grabs her kind of by the elbow and tries to lift her up.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
16.
16. She'll look at you. Gives you a nod and stands up tall. As tall as she can. He'll say, "You know, I am not the first person called Blood Drinker in this valley. Master Druid, I know you can guess who the first person was. As many centuries before I arrived in these lands, a darkness known as Kavan ruled. It's a warlord of the mountain tribes who swept through this valley like a storm of slaughter. His cursed spear, they said, was thirsty for blood, and so Blood Drinker he was dubbed. For as much as my name is whispered in Fear, Kavan was far worse. He also had lusts and ambitions, but he was mortal, which meant he was in a terrible hurry. He drank the blood of his victims, not for sustenance, but just because, and he would sleep buried in the blood-stained soil so he could bathe in the terror and the pain of his victims. I am called many things, most of which I do not deny, but I'm not excessive. Certainly brutal when occasion calls for it, but Kavan is a very testament to the depths of mortal brutality. But remember Kavan as you walk these lands. Blood he spills stains the ground still. The echoes of that past are far older than I. Many echoes here are much older than I.
You said that there's a lot of things you're called that you don't disagree with. Which ones do you disagree with?
Well, I know what they mean when they say the devil's Strahd. I understand, and I suppose, metaphorically speaking, but for people who worship this Morning Lord, you'd think they'd have a better handle on what a devil truly is. I do not make them sign contracts, and I do not steal souls. I welcome them to come to me, but it is not the same thing. But his lordship, I understand. The darkness, I understand. Murderer, I understand. Just a few more minutes and we'll be there.
Cormac, did you want to say something?
I only wondered if Lord Strahd was interested to know, before if the time were to come for him to intervene with the druids on either side of the scales, that in his last moments Lorgoth chose specifically to target Arena with some vigor.
Yes, he did. Are you all right, Miss Kolyana? Yes, I'm fine. That is good. Lorgoth's petulance would have earned him a very, very, very bitter punishment. I wish you had seen fit to spare him, so that I could have spoken with him. All the same, I understand why you did not. It takes a lot of courage to turn a thing like that loose, and you were helping the people and the little birds, and you did the right thing, I'm sure.
Only I thought perhaps, well, you spoke of favoring the chaos this effigy might cause, but really you strike me as far more calculated than someone interested in chaos, and I wanted to perhaps remind you of the things that could happen with an unrestrained threat such as the Winter Splinter might seem to be.
As I said, I am fickle. Has it occurred to you that perhaps the chaos I enjoy is itself calculated? I'm not omniscient. Lorgoth proved that. But it feels like everything around you has sort of been set up. Doesn't it feel like your path has been lit?
Lit is not exactly the word I would use for this
It's a
sort of
metaphor.
darkness.
So provincial.
Just thought the metaphor should be accurate.
If it was accurate, it wouldn't need to be a metaphor. I would just say it. The path has been chosen for it. There. All beauty and poetry gone out of the world. It's
This world, perhaps. But I don't think that's because of the lack of metaphor.
Do you think I would like it? Where you're from? I'm very bored of here. Very bored.
I think you'd enjoy exactly one sunrise.
It is true. I'd have to bring the clouds with me, wouldn't I? You can bring the boy out of Barovia, but you cannot bring the... Sorry, there's another metaphor, not literal. Yes, I dare say, although I feel certain that our deep elf here could show me some places I might find Omi.
I was wondering when we're going to speak to one of your brides.
He will look towards the hill and then look back at you.
Well, don't you have some fun metaphor, or are we just going to gaze back and forth?
I did have fun metaphors, and your wizard sucked the fun right out of me. Normally,
Just
I'm
when
the
I
one
was getting
sucking
to
things out of other
appreciate
people.
figurative language.
Normally, I'm the one who sucks things out of people. That's not a metaphor.
If you insist on symbolism, you should know that perhaps in our world, where we come from, effigies are most often used to burn the things that you are not wanting to see any longer.
Oh. Oh dear, I hope they don't... I don't think they want to burn me, do you? We'll just have to
Anything
see.
could happen in the chaos, I suppose.
I suppose. That's what makes it fun, isn't it? Tell me, Master Wizard. You feel more alive since you've been here than before, don't you? More purposeful.
Perhaps.
I can see it, you see. You are already, just a few days later, much braver than you were. Audacious. I like it.
I can't say whether I do yet myself.
We'll have to see how it turns out.
I think in the end you'll be pleased. After all, a long life lived as a coward. Most difficult. Much rather to go out in a blaze of glory. Oh, how is Leo Delisny? I'm told you met. Still holding a grudge.
He isn't holding much of anything. I mean, he isn't.
Can't believe it's just occurred to me. He was holding something, wasn't he? I don't think he would have left it
A
behind.
grudge, for certain.
Oh, come.
Mr. Strahd,
Yes.
I have something very important to talk to you about.
Perhaps I will judge, but go ahead.
That isn't anything like the direction that he is going.
Deflection, I understand.
But this was in my mind, not anyway. So you say I have change, you called it. I was wondering, I don't like Valenta. She is your, whatever. Do you think you can just, change me back? You are a very important person. You're most important in the land.
Alas, no. I cannot change you back. I have not that power.
Well, who does?
There is one who does, though. Who you'll meet. You're going to, of course. Everyone visits the Abbey of St. Markovia and Kresk. You'll meet the abbot.
Ugh.
He can cure you like that. If you wish to be cured, is it not a gift? The sights, the smells, the climbing.
I do like the climbing.
Of course you like the climbing.
I'm tired. I don't like, searching for a snack.
Well, you could just do it the old-fashioned way.
What?
Blood, my lady, blood. It might work beautifully.
I don't think it works like that.
How could you possibly know that?
I do not have interest in. I can barely hug anybody here. Like, what am I going to go bite somebody? Please.
Silith has a surprised look because this is the first time she's heard any of this. What?
Oksana, have you not been honest with all of your companions?
Well, we've only just met. Is this like intervention? Do we? Okay. I am changeling dash the Emperor at the moment, but I do not ingest blood. I thought it was one or the others. Anyhow, I am required to feed on another once a day. And this is, I am psychic energy or aura vibes. I don't think it hurts anybody. Well, and most of the time. I haven't really done it very much.
Did you eat yesterday? You're looking a little peaked.
How is my health of note to you? I just want to know how to change back and...
Well, here you are my subject, and I love all of my subjects, and I want them to be healthy when...
No, I did not eat like that yesterday.
You don't drink blood. What do you eat? You must have a hunger for something.
It is little things around people's head, like, I bet Madam Eva would have a really good one. Aura. Energy.
Make an insight check, Oksana.
Can I guide myself?
You can. You'll have to subtract 2 when you're done.
Okay. That was a 2, so I don't know that there's a point of even adding at this point.
His eyes are so dark and his cheekbones are so high. His voice is just... the lilt in it is...
Right. Okay. So good talking with you. I will back away. We should get going. Tell us all about your life.
Funny you should say that. We're here. The trail through the thick wood ends and it leads to a hill. You can see the hill is covered with dead grass, it looks like, and dozens of little black cairns of black rock all up and down the hill. And sure enough, as Kavan said, that there are dark, ominous clouds that are, you would say, gathering around the hill, but they just swirl round and round and round and never leave. A single bolt of lightning strikes the hilltop. You look to the east, trees. To the west, though, there's land and woods, and then even the sky itself seems to vanish behind a towering wall of fog. Strahd will say, "You've made it all the way across. From mist to shining mist. How do you feel?"
Great.
Good. I mean, honestly, it's not that large a place. What's left to do? The mountain, of course. Lots of interesting things up there. The castle. I can't wait to show you around. It is... I have a feeling like you all will appreciate my castle more than anyone I have brought there in years. I'm counting on it. If you're not impressed, will you please just pretend.
You're counting on it. Feels funny.
As opposed to barreling on it.
I wish so that I had a tribal drum that I could thump.
It is so funny.
But
We're
no.
counting on it.
Well, he'll look at the hill and he'll say, "Well, if nothing else, I am impressed with your sheer audacity. There is something about you, all of your fighting spirits, that is refreshing, I must say. I would like to offer you a wager. There's no downside for you. If you lose it, it will be because you are dead. But if you succeed, I will take you," and he'll put a hand out towards the fog. "I will take you to the base of the Whispering Wall, and there I will share with you a secret and offer you a gift. Again, there's no downside. If you lose, you will not care about a gift or anything else."
This gift isn't like the one you referenced with Oksana, is it?
Oh, no. No, it's a gift in the traditional sense, something useful.
Sure.
Sure. That's the spirit.
May I
Yes?
use this opportunity to... Can I cast Binding Pledge in this case?
You will have to remind a DM what that is. And you can, either way, you can certainly try.
Okay. So it's... When you cast the spell, a willing creature within range makes a promise, swears an oath, or enters into a contract. For the duration of the spell, you immediately know if the creature breaks that promise, oath, or contract. If that happens for the remainder duration of the spell, you know the distance and direction to the creature. If this spell is dispelled, you immediately know it, but don't learn the distance and direction to the creature.
All right.
All right, well, it seems I need a book of religious or legal importance, so Silith reaches into her pouch and she pulls out this unholy Bible, and it's like a deep, deep purple, not the band, great band, and it has like, it's covered in like these gold spider legs, and then there's like on the lock there's a clasp, and they kind of like go over. And she puts it out like we're in a courtroom. Put your hand on this.
Oh, so audacious, I can't wait. He'll put his hand on it. What now?
I've never cast this spell. Give me a second as a player.
I'll just keep my
Okay.
hand here. I've
Yes.
got forever to wait.
Right, that's right. You're undead. No. All right, raise your. What hand is on the book right now?
It was my right, but I'm ambidextrous. I can do it however you like.
Dexterous. Everyone always says they're ambidextrous. Just put your right hand on the book and raise your left hand.
Righty tight. Yes, here's my right hand on the book. My left is in the air.
Front of all 8 eyes of Loth the Spider, Ween. Repeat after me. You do seem to like words. I thought you would like this part. You're not going to say it? You're not going to repeat after me?
You haven't said anything to repeat.
I do swear in front of the 8 eyes of Loth.
Oh, sorry. I do swear in front of the 8 eyes of Loth
That I will uphold
that I will uphold.
all of the duties. Don't wait. Joe, aren't you a lawyer? Throw me
Yeah.
some legalese over here. My doctor's not in this.
Verdict.
I don't know where that's going enough.
All right. Well, we're just gonna make this up. I do solemnly swear by all of what is entailed in this contract, including the fine print.
Let me stop you there. I feel as though I want to know what I'm signing.
Right? I want
Oh.
to know these things too. Sorry.
The
Well,
devil's in
if-
the details. The devil's
If
in the
we
details.
are agreeing to this bid of yours, it's just making sure you uphold your side of the bargain. You can open up the book if you want.
I will do this for you. I would remind your friends, I suppose, even Miss Kolyana. Many things are said of me, as we spoke of before. Has anyone ever told you that I am a liar? I thought not. I never lie. But I will do your little spell if you wish. Go ahead. I believe you left off on the fine print.
Yes, thank you. That I will uphold my end of this bargain and deal.
I will uphold my end of this bargain and deal. If you go too much, I can't remember.
And then the book starts to have like
Ooh.
a soft, like pink sparkly. I don't know why this spell is going to be soft and pink, but it is. And
Are you sure this is your
It-
book?
yes, of course. This is how this spell works.
Of course.
And it starts to go over Strahd's hand and then kind of like sink into his fingernails. And then the pink kind of settles and yeah, that's it. It's just I think that's good enough.
Well, that'll make me keep my word.
She gets a cloth out and starts like rubbing the book from where he's touched it. And then
So we have an accord then? Wonderful. I'm going to go up there and see how things are going. Right. To the top. Chop chop. Bucephalus. He gives a kick, and as Bucephalus gallops, he and Strahd both just disappear. Gone.
Oh, this was incredible. Who has the book?
Maybe we don't talk about it right now.
Yes.
Just because we can't see it.
The book of light. I don't know.
She's got the book. She's got the book. He just put his hand on it.
But that was a
It's a very interesting book.
sparkly. Oksana thinks.
Although I'm not sure it really counted as a contract. In a way, it is. So not for, but we're doing what we're going to do anyway.
well, just in case he does lie. And we'll have an
What we know.
idea.
Simply
Well-
when he doesn't take us.
I mostly did it because I wanted to know for the next 10 days the distance of where he is and in what direction. I didn't really care about what oath he said.
Could be useful.
I know.
Can you tell where he is right now?
She opens up, she like undoes the little lock and like opens up the book. GM, this is of course your call because I can at least see distance and direction, but in my mind, there's like this little Strahd emote and kind of like where he is, he kind of like floats on like one of the pages, but that might be
Fine
too
by Strahd.
Yeah.
I think he has to violate it first.
Does he have to violate it?
I don't know. It's
That's
just,
what
I mean,
it sounded like to me.
it's like a Grim Hollow spell or something, right? I don't know
Okay.
it well, but I think that he would have to violate it.
So maybe it's just pulsing. So like if he does violate it, then it'll move.
So you open the book, and there's a little, like a child's drawing of a little hill. And there is a little smiling Strahd token. It's two-dimensional, but it also seems to kind of move like that. And then at the bottom of the hill, it says, "Thou art here." So you look up where he is, and there's nothing there.
Mall directory humor.
Love him.
Kids these days will never have the joy of looking at the map and then walking and looking at another and another and another and realizing you're on the wrong floor. Anyway, old crusty humor.
Hey, that Tommy Can shoes going from one part of the mall through to the other at our mall locally was the best thing to a secret passage I ever knew as a kid.
Oh man, we had 2 Foot Lockers. We had a big mall. A mall was a mile long.
It's like a parallel universe.
Yep.
I worked at malls in college. Never again. GameStop on Black Friday was hellacious. Silith turns to Oksana as she's putting up the book that's been disinfected. I don't suppose me asking about your aura would count as small talk. Should I ask about your hair again?
No, we've covered this. I feel like we are closer. We are cousins now. Yes. What do you want to know about this fun, exciting thing?
He said you have to feed daily.
Yes. This is what I am supposed to do, and if I don't, I feel tired, less smart, less pretty much anything else by 2 points.
So you've skipped days before?
I've done what?
You've skipped a day where you haven't consumed?
No. No, I have not. Today is the first day after skipping day. It is, a change in diet.
Who do you like to feed from then?
Like is a strong word. I don't have a like. I don't like doing it at all. It's kind of awkward. So, in fact, I don't like it, so I have not, done it in 24 hours.
She's fed on Cormac more than anyone. Does that answer the question?
Well then, Cormac, do what you need to do. We need her strong for battle.
I have to say, I quite agree.
Summer, really? You're like
There
calling
was
me
a
out.
difference of opinion about it last night, but if you're worried about the danger to us, Oksana, walking into something like this with you befuddled is as dangerous as anything else.
What happens to the person that's fed from? Do they lose anything?
Irina will speak up and she'll say, honestly, it's sort of nice. You sort of forget. It's not that you forget your troubles, but they feel manageable. Then it's over and they all crash down, but it's honestly sort of pleasant.
And then you leave. You get taken by a god, or you get lost in the mist. And, Irina is... She is sacred in this place.
I don't think we've done nearly enough testing to see that there's a connection between those events. Certainly worth noting. If things like that continue to occur, then maybe there is some relationship, but by all accounts from Irina and myself and Sam as well, the effects were temporary.
Well, are we at a town, or are we at a hill?
You are standing about 30 yards from the base of Yester Hill. Lightning comes down every so often, and when it does, you look and there's sort of a sickly green at the top of the hill. And drums.
But
Cormac,
there's no people? Confused.
Yes.
when she fed from your aura, did you forget anything? Like dreams? Thoughts?
I wouldn't say I forgot any information. I think I knew all that I know, but perhaps felt differently about it for a time.
Oksana, feed from my aura.
Consent.
Okay, but I do not want, I will hug you. That's just how.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Oksana,
it?
yes, Oksana will. It's so awkward for her because she doesn't know her. But also it's like, are you sure? Like, you are going to probably be dead. Like, it seems to be escalating. Are you sure?
I don't think I'll die from this.
okay. And she hugs her. And, like, stands there for a second with one eye open. Are we good? Are you good? What does it feel like?
She's never been hugged before, so she's she just doesn't compute.
That's cute. But like, what is her aura like?
Her
Do you want
aura.
me to describe? Oh,
no,
sorry.
you please. You go ahead.
What does it?
That's great.
Do you want me to describe it as color? What are you looking for? You want emotions? You want?
Yeah. Yeah.
All of the above?
Yeah.
Oksana is I don't know if this helps you just mechanically. Oksana is able to pull out fears, doubts, trauma temporarily. So those are the kinds of things she would be looking to eat. Consume.
All right. Let me roll for lore and see. Look at things.
Or
Like the mall directory, we're going to need the colors and the key to what each color means.
Wow. I rolled a nat 1. I guess that means you get vulnerability, Oksana. Okay.
yes, please.
So
Nice.
I'll give you. I guess then let's do some 3 things. So I would say the color of her aura is mostly black, but there are these spider cracks in the pitch of like white and light purple. And it's very stormy. You get the first event like when she's born, and in Drow, like part of Drow lore is one of the things is like a lot of them are born twins, and they often like their first kill is killing their twin. So you see like her other twin is dead. You see her event before she went to the surface, when she had her act of God. And so there were 7 rays of light that came from her face with an 8th one from her eyes. And you see the clergy saying that this is a sign from Loth. You must spread the 8 legs of the Spider Queen to the surface. And you see her eyes change from red to a yellow. And then you might be able to discern that typically in Drow lore, having yellow eyes means that they're sick. It's usually considered something negative. And it's all kind of like swirled in there amidst, I imagine like the events kind of like pop out of like the cracks, and kind of like dreams are very like nebulous and discombobulated. But it's, yeah, there's a lot of, and I'm sure it's got a lot of PTSD because it's a very violent culture. I don't know if she like relives these memories as you pull them out. I don't know if she knows that you know them.
Cute.
Each of those traumas, Silith, and it's, I don't know how aware you are of it. I don't know that Silith would consciously see them as trauma. But you do feel like everything's a little lighter, and don't seem to have any intrusive thoughts for right now, and sort of feel like this is the life you need and you're here now. Oksana, however, taking all of this on, it doesn't take very long before you hear your patron in your head, and he says, "We have reached the point of diminishing returns. That's enough."
And she will step back. And was it good for you?
I feel fine. I do not understand why this was such an ordeal. What is... When you put your arms around me, what What was that?
Oh, this is hug. It is something I don't think any of us have had many of, if at all.
Oh. Usually when someone gets that close to me, I think they are attempting to kill me. But you did not.
I have nothing to gain from you dead at this moment in time. You smell good.
What did... Thank you. Perhaps I can ask that at a later time. It is lightning outside.
Till then. I'm feeling
Sorry, what?
better. Thank you all.
Oh,
I appreciate it.
Yes, you are not exhausted anymore. From atop the hill, there's a sickly green flash of light. And this time, instead of flashing and going away, it sort of stays and starts to flicker. It's pulsing a little bit. Heartbeat. You notice the drums seem to beat out the same rhythm as the pulses.
Silith takes out a piece of white cloth and rubs it between her fingers. And she cast aid on her 3 traveling partners. So you will feel a little bit lighter, a little pep in your step. Your current hit points increase by 5 for the duration, which is 8 hours.
Wow.
It's second level, right?
Yes.
So it's 5. Okay.
Yeah, thank you for clarifying on that. She doesn't say anything that she's cast it. You probably would have had to see like her whisper, like.
As you climb the hill, you notice it's quiet. You look back and Muriel's still standing at the bottom of the hill. Hasn't spoken in a long, long time.
Muriel, what are you doing? In message form. So not being loud.
I never thought I'd actually be standing in front of him, and I imagined all the things that I would say, and I didn't say anything. And now I may die, and I may not get to say any of these things at all. It's really messed up.
Having seen her shrink on the road, Gummer will, after having walked up, will make a quick U-turn and come back down. Are you afraid?
Yes.
Good. Means you care. If you weren't afraid, it'd just be stupid. Doing the right thing means being afraid and doing it anyway.
She looks a little doubtful, but she does reach down and loosen her short swords.
That
Cracks
stuff
her
that
neck.
you put in your hair, the blue stuff. Do you have any?
This is natural.
Bullshit.
I have some. It's in my bag. She kind of looks around. Does that really feel like the time?
Yes.
Marina says, I'll have you know, I never put anything in my hair, and yet here I stand.
What? Didn't we put mud
Honestly,
in
it's
her?
been
Was
wonderful.
that a
We haven't
different
talked. We have not talked about my hair in days. It's the first time in my entire life. Sorry.
Arena, you can always speak if you want to speak about your hair or your deep thoughts. You are amazing, and you do have amazing hair.
Gemma she'll reach and she'll pull out a pouch and she'll open it. Inside there is sort of just a blue powder that will dye the hair.
He's going to grab a handful and he's going to smear it across his face and over his hair.
Do you still have the red? Does he still have the red, like, he hasn't cleaned himself?
No, he would have
right?
washed that off.
Oh, okay.
He would have washed that off.
I was like, man, we're just getting layers.
Well, Muriel looks down and said, well, if you're brave enough to walk around here looking like that, I got nothing to be afraid of. Just kind of pat you on the shoulder hard, you know, like a whack.
Is this another magical dust? It's gonna some sort of power, like the disappearance.
No,
the
it's
power
just-
of beauty.
Yes, you should take some.
Beauty's pain. Right, Cumber?
I wouldn't know.
You're so self-deprecating. Let's go.
No, Cormac, it's for me. So that they know, and he points at the top of the hill, that I am not one of them.
Oh, this is a good idea.
I see, and the rest of us will be less mistaken. I think I understand.
As you walk up the hill, the drums get louder. As you start to crest the hill, as you're walking, there are these, cairns. They look really close together from far away, and you're sort of set apart. A lot of people died on this hill. And as you crest the hill, you see this huge effigy. The gulfiest tree is probably 30 or 40 feet high, and the effigy is almost as high, probably 25 feet or so. It is very obviously Strahd. The facial features are, it's wood, but little fangs, and where his heart would be, there's a green gemstone set inside. It's actually wood grown around it, so it's actually pulsing and shining light through the wood itself. You reach the edge of the stone circle, and you can see that the very roots of this tree are the roots are 3 feet high. And woven between these roots, so you're still probably 100, 150 feet back. It's a kind of a big plateau. But within the roots, you do see there's these druids, maybe a dozen of them. And they're all kind of hands up toward the statue, and they're chanting. There's too much noise, too much lightning and thunder for you to hear it. A bit closer to you, probably still 50 or 60 feet away, maybe more. A woman stands, and she's very different. She's long, dark hair, dark skin, a gown of white, bits of gold as sort of flare. She's flanked by a couple of druids and also a couple of, Kavan called them barbarians. They're big. They have great, big, huge weapons, and they're all in fur and broad shoulders, and they're all facing the statue. From behind, you'll hear, "Quite an impressive display, isn't it?" You turn, and Strahd is there, mounted on the horse. Silith, your mind goes back to the book, and you're like, the cold wind whips his cloak. He's got something in his right hand. He's kind of moving around like that. It's too small to see. And he'll look at you guys and he'll say, "Yes, it is impressive. Ludmilla always puts on quite the show."
Is she your favorite one? Sorry. Not the time. Got it.
No.
We'll walk that back.
No, actually,
Continue.
is the perfect time. What I was going to say is not interesting. He'll say, "I don't have a favorite. I love them all the same. I'm happy with this one right now, though. I mean, look. Chanting and gemstones and lightning. I mean, what more could you ask for?
It's a bit gauche.
Yeah, no subtlety at all.
I mean, it looks great, and pardon me, but it is extra. I mean,
Perhaps I have a lapse of taste over the years. I've been asleep for 100 years.
I
Like a
mean,
little razzle with my dazzle.
yes, like you definitely would not be called basic. So extra, I get it. I see it.
You see ravens sort of circled, but they are not going to get near that storm, which is now over top of you. You can sort of feel the electricity. They'll go and they'll sort of perch in the trees that are closest, as 100 yards away. And Muriel will say, they'll keep an eye on us, but they're not fighters. We already tried that. As Strahd holds whatever it is in his hand, he'll look and he'll kind of squeeze it. And as he does, you see Ludmilla's head go up. She'll turn and she'll see all of you. There's a swirl of mist. And then she appears like 10 feet in front of you. She's right there. Greetings, my lord. I did not know you'd be bringing company. Oh, I did not bring them. I confess I am intrigued by what happens next. He'll open his hand to show her, and it's a chess piece. A pawn. She'll see it in... Another one of your games, then. Very well, my lord. I assure you, however, that you shall be disappointed. Perhaps, but at my age, one relishes even the opportunity to be surprised. He'll look at you guys and just like a big ostentatious wink. Gallops and disappears. Ludmilla stares at you. Her guards step forward a little bit. She'll say, I have heard tell of your encounter with my sister bride. Perhaps this has given you a confidence. Valenta has always been a half-wit, a hothead, and a fool. You'll find me a far less pleasant adversary. As the pitiful ravens and their ilk have already done. Can I hope that you will tell me why you are here?
It would appear you already know.
I thought you might like to say it. Ones like you like to have their little phrases and sayings before they let their battle cry free. But I will take your silence and tell you a story. When the rebellion awakened, my lord, 3 months ago, his lordship captured a raven, not a normal one, however. This raven had intelligence far beyond any ordinary bird. When I returned to my lord's service, I was granted permission to investigate his properties. I soon found that it regenerated any wound it took, unless a silver blade or death magic had pierced it. Then I knew I was dealing with a were-raven, a mythic creature described alongside the other lycanthropes of the valley. Knowing that, I began my customary vivisection in case I had missed something. It squealed like a pig as it quivered in pain. But the silver restraints were quite adequate to their task. next to you, Gummer, Muriel is starting to tremble, and her hands are on the short swords, and you can see she's white-knuckling it. Ludmilla continues, "It died, of course, and turned immediately to its human form, as I suspected it would. I brought the body to the witch, Babalai Saga. She's an old mentor and teacher of mine. It was she who was able to trace that raven back to the Martikov family, proprietors of the Wizard of Wines. Madame Lysaga is not fond of spies. She swore she would see every were-raven in Barovia dead. Seeing a common purpose, I brokered a deal between Madame Lysaga and the forest folk, neither of whom would tolerate defiance against their Shadow Lord. The source of the fecundity of the vineyard was found by our scarecrows quite by accident. 2 gemstones, both that once belonged to the forest folk. It was thus natural and prudent for the druids to reclaim their heritage from these feathered usurpers. Perhaps you count me as an enemy and the ravens as friends. You will be disabused of your trust in the ravens. They seek only to better themselves through their spying and perfidy. What secrets are they hiding from you? I wonder." She'll seems to have noticed what Muriel is doing, and she'll just stare at her. Then again, a good specimen cannot hold its secrets for long.
I'm gonna try and grab her arm.
Ludmilla?
No.
Oh, Muriel.
Muriel.
Make persuasion check.
It's a 1.
It's like she doesn't even feel it. She's, at this moment, not to be guided by you or anyone. Behind Ludmilla, another bolt of lightning from the boiling clouds. A deep groan shudders through the ground beneath your feet. The wind shrieks past you. It's hot and heavy now, and the chanting and the drums are louder now. And the viridian light comes from the earth and to the gem, and the gem is blazing brightly in this chest cavity.
Do we see just...
Go, please.
Sorry, do we see just one gem?
You see just one gem. At this moment.
And okay, so it's Ludmilla, her bodyguards, and then a bunch of druid.
Yeah, you would say the hill's probably 100 yards across. It's pretty big. She's maybe 10 yards from you. And then probably another 10 or 15 yards behind her is where the circle of stones begins, and it wraps around pretty equally around. Seems to go around the back of the hill in a pretty perfect circle. And the druids and the tree and the effigy are within the very center of that circle, right in the middle of the hill.
Sorry, Joe, if you had something you wanted to ask.
I was just going to say, given the fight last night, I just want to be watching and trying to ascertain just how unperturbed they all are by lightning.
They seem not
totally
only unperturbed. I mean, the druids in the, you don't speak the language, but you know a spell when you see one, and you know about spells that require collaboration. The reason there's 12 or 13 druids is it takes that many druids worth of power to make this thing come alive.
Okay, so...
And they not only are not perturbed by the lightning, but they seem to enjoy it.
Okay, so that sort of answers my question, which is it would appear that whatever ritual they are doing is being performed by these dozen or baker's dozen druids, and they are how far away?
120 feet? Maybe a little less, maybe 100 feet.
Oh, I so was gonna do that.
So, as you move your hands, Ludmilla begins to move her hands too. And we'll see how that goes next time we play.
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder.
Fortune favors the bold.